All right, so we are live now. So just give me a moment. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. All right, so we are live, 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 live. Good evening, our amazing guests. It's so nice
Good evening.
to It's so nice to have you on this session. Thank you so much for honoring Beyond Class. Thank you so much. We are grateful. All right, so we will be starting now. But before then, I would like to specially welcome everyone to Beyond Class virtual Q&A session for data analytics. So now this one is to our facilitator. So there is something you would really help us to clear, right, as it relates to this data analytics. But before then,
Okay.
so once again, I just want to like specially welcome everybody to this virtual Q&A session for data analytics, themed unlocking data analytics from confusion to clarity. Now, my name is Adiola, and I will be the host for this session. And I'm really, really excited to have every one of us here. Whether you are curious, whether you are confused, whether you're already learning, you don't know where to turn to, you don't know what to do, you don't know which one to, do, you don't know the course to learn, right? This session is totally and totally, totally for you. Now, today's conversation will actually help us to understand what data analytics really, really, really is all about. And, very soon now, we are going to break into the field and grow with so much clarity, like talk about where you can start from, if you're already learning, how you can um, how you can do better, how you can upskill, whether at the basic level, at the intermediary level, or at the advanced level, and I'm really, really honored to have our facilitator with us here, someone who is walking this journey. Right, is currently working. Is a data analyst specialist. That's all I would say about him, right? And he's really ready to show us the way. They say one thing, that's follow who no road, something like that. So yeah, is ready to share real insight, is ready to talk to us about a whole lot as it relates to data analytics. Now, please, just before we start, I would like to read his bio so that we get to know who our facilitator is before I bring him on board. So please, I will be reading his bio. Israel Olashopo is a skilled data analyst who approaches data like if a psychologist studies behavior, seeking patterns, uncovering insights, and driving measurable results. At a healthcare company, he improved operational efficiency by 10% through the strategic use of Lucas Studio and QuickBooks. For a retail client, it developed interactive Power BI dashboard connected to SQL server data, delivering actionable insights that led to a 15% increase in sales performance. Beyond corporate impact, Israel is a passionate educator. As a data analyst instructor at Techie Joint, he has trained over 1,000 students in essential tools like Python, SQL, Excel, and various data visualization platforms. It continues to bridge the gap between data and decision making, empowering businesses and individuals to grow through analytics. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Mr. Israel Olashopo. Mr. Israel, if you can hear me, please kindly greet our participants. They want to hear your voice. You're welcome, Mr. Olashopo Israel. Thank you so much for being here this evening. Um, yeah, can you hear me? Hi, Mr. Israel. Can you hear me? I think he's having, I don't know if he's having network issues. Well, let's just wait a moment. So, while we are waiting, I would really appreciate if we can drop our questions on the chat box. If you have anything you want to ask the facilitator, please kindly make use of the chat box, and I would make sure to ask him during the during the session. So before he joins back, I think he's having network issues. So I think I would like to know where we are joining in from. So if you can hear me, you can make use of the comment section to tell me your name, and if you are okay, because I know that this is open to people, a whole lot of people from different part of the world, but specifically if you are one of the participants of the Beyond Class and IT Experience course or program, please kindly let me know in the comment section. So please, I would really appreciate if you can tell me your name and where you are connected from. Please kindly do that while we wait for our facilitator to join. So I think I'm going to go first. So my name is Adiola, and I'm currently located somewhere in Nigeria. I'm currently speaking from Kwara State, in Kwara State. Yes. So I think our facilitator is trying to join back. So let me know where you're joining or connected from, so that I can welcome you specially. So let's give our facilitator a few minutes to join. All right. Yeah, welcome back, Mr. Israel. Can you hear us now?
Yeah. All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can. We can hear
All right.
you.
Thank you
I
very
would also
much.
like to see your face if you do not.
Oh, currently,
Yes.
I may not be able to show my face at the moment. I believe I share this
Oh.
first, so yeah, I may not be able.
Yes, you did. All right, thank you very much, and you're welcome. So I would love to have you introduce yourself to us. I mean, I know I read your bio earlier, right? But I
Yeah.
mean, let's hear from the horse's mouth, right? So yeah, kindly
Okay.
tell us about yourself. Yeah, over to you,
Oh,
sir.
well, I'm just, as I usually say, I'm just a little man. Okay. So, well, there's not much to say because well, I'm a Christian. Yeah, I'm a disciple of Jesus. Yeah, I put him first before any other thing. Okay, so yeah, and I'm a self-taught data analyst, right? So I understand if a lot of people are always going through different challenges to to learn. I've gone through those stuff too, and I see how it is. So yeah, you're also talking to somebody who also have not gone through those experience, right? And yeah, so as I usually say, I'm also an observer. So one of my personalities, I'm an observer. I love to observe things a lot, and I see things from different perspective. I don't accept everything people define for me. I like to make my
Yeah.
research on my own, and I usually ask myself what if question a lot. So those what if questions, right, brings innovative way to solve different things, challenge you. So I'm also a challenge driven individual, right? So yeah, that's just all about me. Yeah, thank you
Wow.
very much.
Wow, thank you very much. One thing struck me. You said you are a self-taught analyst.
Yeah.
Ah, that alone strokes a whole lot. But yeah, thank you very much for that. So I mentioned earlier when we started that you would clear something for us. So first, I think I would like to ask: is it now? This is a matter of, okay, which is correct, right? And this is it. a lot of people, even me, are falling victim of it. So, how is it called properly? Is it analyst or data analysis? Which of them? Is it the one with
So,
TICS or SIS? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Some people
oh
say data
yeah, I get what you're
analysis, some
trying.
people say data
I get what
analysis.
you're
So,
trying
which
to
one
say.
is actually correct?
So, there is data analytics and there is data analysis. Okay,
Oh,
so
wow.
like a data analyst, right? They are responsible. So data analysis, data analytics. So I think the ICS and the CICS you are asking. So let me just give like the difference between them so it can clear the doubts. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
So data analysis is I think I have. So data analysis is just like is like the process whereby you collect, organize, analyze, and interpret data. You understand? It's the
Okay.
process whereby
Okay.
you collect, analyze, organize, and interpret data. So that's data analysis. But they are often used interchangeably, data analysis and data analytics. So like data
Okay.
analysis is just like the broader field encompassing data analysis.
Data analysis. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
like let me
Got
just
it.
give like more explanation. So data analysis, I said, is process of also examining, cleaning and transforming
Mhm.
data to extract insights. Why data
Okay.
analytics? It includes the process from data collection, preparation to analysis and interpretation. So data analytics also have like the end goal of making predictions and driving strategic decisions here. So that's just the difference between those two.
Mhm.
You understand?
Okay. Okay. Now
Okay.
it's very clear, and I'm sure that, I mean, it's clear to the audience who also have that in mind as well, because a lot of people make mistake that which one is actually correct. So thank you very
Correct.
much for that. So
Yeah.
I think, yeah, another thing I would like to ask, yeah, that I've written down here is, so a lot of people actually, like, they think about when they hear data analytics, right? That's like the correct one now. So when they hear data analytics, and they think of, um not even, and they think, some people, when they hear data analytics, all they can think of is numbers and Excel sheets. Numbers, Excel sheets. So
Oh,
how would you define it, for a beginner? How would you define data analytics? I mean, I know that you've defined it, but maybe you want to like
yeah.
break it down into smaller components. So how would you define it for someone who is just starting, or who doesn't even know anything yet, that is thinking of, okay, maybe I should do data analytics ni. So how do you want to, like, explain it in a very, very simpler way? Yeah.
Okay. So let me just think of a scenario because whenever I teach, I usually like bring scenarios like something that you can associate yourself with or you can something that you're familiar with, right? So
Okay.
let me try and think of it. Let's say for example, like everybody has always been using like they've involved themselves in data analytics but they don't know. How do I mean? So if you look at let's say for a secondary school student for example, right, he when he finished an exam for example, yeah, and he noticed that you know he failed a particular course, he's going to like think, "Ah, why did I fail this course?" He's asking himself a why question. What's the
Mm-hmm.
problem? you know what did I do wrong? Like, is it that I did not prepare hard for it, or is it that I did not sleep well, or is it that I did not eat well? So all those questions, do you understand? Those
Yes,
are
sir.
They're also going through that process of what data, but you don't know. So you now okay, if it's because of you're not eating well, you cannot say, oh, okay, I have to be eating well. So you are making a strategic decision from the problem of you failing. You're already bringing out what are
The
the
solution.
causes. Yeah, what are the causes of the problem? Then I start bringing about what solutions, right? So I know the effect of that what problem. So you start asking yourself, is it because I'm not eating well? Is it because I'm not sleeping well? Or is it because I'm not preparing early enough? Now you're making strategic decision. You are getting insight out of those what causes that you've defined for that problem. So that is like like just a general
A
understanding of
layman,
what data
yeah.
analytics, yeah,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
something like that. So I can still bring, so it's just like the art of making better decisions using data. So data is not only about numbers, it's about storytelling, patterns, problem solving. Data analytics is about asking the right question, use data to find truthful, insightful answers. So it's not only Excel, there are different tools out there that we use in carrying out what decisions. There are different
Mm-hmm.
tools. Even your table, even your Bible and your book, you can use that to make a decision. We just, stating your problem, the causes, something like that. So I believe that's like give the general audience understanding of what data analysis. They've always been involving themselves in it, but they don't know. So yeah, that's just it. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that. So I think another thing I would like to ask is, I mean, earlier on it was, is it data analysis or data analytics? So now
Yeah.
is, we have what we call data science, right?
Oh,
So now, what
awesome.
do you think, or how would you say data analytics is different from data science? Are they the same thing? Or are they different? And if there is a little bit of difference between them, what are they like? How do you want to explain it to us so that people don't get confused and people can have clarity? I mean, remember the theme for this session is from confusion. I mean, unlocking data analytics from confusion to clarity. So, what would you say is the difference between data science and data analytics?
All right. So yeah, many of people have been asking me that as well. That data analytics, data science, are they the same thing or are they different? So I would say that data analytics is like a subfield under data science. So data science is like the
Mm,
field, right? Data analytics is like a subfield under data science. So data analysis is about like working on what is happening, working on what happened in the past, working on historical data, like you are describing the events happening now, and you are describing, I mean, you are trying to understand why is that event happening at the moment, yeah? That's data
okay.
analytics. You are using historical data to understand like what's going on, what can we do, what should we not do, those kind of things. But data
Mm-hmm.
science now is what we call predictive analytics. So there are different stages in data analytics. We have diagnostic, we have descriptive, we have prescriptive, and we have predictive. So that
Okay.
predictive is mostly used in data science. So they use historical data to predict, to
To
forecast. For
predict.
example, yeah,
Okay.
so let's say for example, a company has generated like 18 months of sales. Then I want to know what will be our growth in the next so year. So that's what data scientists do. Okay. They
Science.
like
Okay.
make oh yeah they build a model to be able to what
To
predict. So that's just what
predict.
yeah, predictive
Okay.
analytics. So they just like, so the data science is just like they are using AI deeply, they are deeply curious about AI, future predictions,
Mhm,
so
mhm.
but data analytics is also like you can still be doing what data scientists are doing to in data analytics. Most data analysts, right, they usually just use Excel, Power BI, SQL.
Yeah,
So but when
yeah.
you now move into
So
data
data
science, so
science,
when you're using like a
you go
programming language
deep
like
and deep.
Python,
Mhm,
so yeah,
mhm.
so we also have what we
Mm.
call senior level analysts. Those senior level analysts are now the one that now move from that data analytics field. They
So being
transition
a
into
data
data
scientist.
science. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So there are
Okay.
different subcategory of data science as well. I don't want to start going deeper. So there's machine learning, deep learning, there is artificial intelligence. So machine learning is like a subset of artificial. So all those things too are also
Wow.
categorized under data science. Okay, so
Data
thank you.
science. Wow.
Yeah.
So data science is like their mother. Something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that. Yeah.
Ah, okay, okay. But as much as data science is the mother of data analytics, I honestly think
Yeah.
data analytics is still the basis because I don't know how someone wants to like move, like you want to just boom into data science like that. Probably, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like he or
Yeah,
she
no,
would
it's
need to have the basic understand, maybe not even basic, maybe intermediary or maybe advanced knowledge in data analytics. Or what would you say,
yeah,
like from someone trying to transition from data analytics to being a data scientist?
no, you don't necessarily need to like go through the process. Yeah, before you
Okay.
can start doing anything in like before you start, you can start building a model in data science. You have to also pass through the process of data analytics. You understand? So there are
Okay.
processes in
Exactly.
data analytics. So
Exactly.
before you
Mhm,
can build a
mhm.
model, You have to clean your data because without a clean data, your model will also be like your model will be messy and your model may be biased or something. So you can also like start learning data science without going through data analysis. So even in data science, that's why I said data analysis is like a subfield. So you also pass through that process of data analysis, then moving into what the deeper process in what's in data. You understand? So
In
that's
data
just they just like
science.
they have like a relationship. You understand? So
Yeah, I get it. Okay, so another question that I have is, so someone asked this question, that what kind of background or skills do I need to break into data analytics? Like, what kind of skills does the person need to be able to, break into the field of being a data analyst and all of that? And then, can someone from a non-tech or non-STEM, like science, technology, engineering, mathematics background, someone who
yeah,
does not have affiliates with,
um,
science or anything, can the person succeed in data analytics?
yes, you would succeed. Why did when I started learning, like when I started exploring different field in tech, yeah, I started learning Python with my phone, right? Because I really tell people that no excuse at all. Whatever you have, you can leverage it. You understand? I started learning Python through my phone. And I keep on asking myself questions. I'm doing my, I think I just finished WIEC then. You understand? So you
Wow.
see that I'm not even
It's not
knowledgeable
like
in
you
anything
have
in
you become an
engineering.
adult and all of that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you get, you understand. So I started learning Python and I keep on asking myself question that what can this do for me? Like how does it solve my problem? Like how does it help my life? You understand? So those question kept on
Yeah.
like popping up my mind. Like how does this help me? Because and I started to like I delve into a lot of things. I explored the different areas of training. I just found out I can use Python to be making solving business problems, to be making insightful, those kind of things, creating chat and all those stuff. I'm just a secondary school person. So that means I have no knowledge of
Mm-hmm.
anything in engineering or
Yeah,
one strong mathematics of
yeah,
but
yeah.
everybody pass through secondary school, right? And the basic mathematics knowledge I have is what we also have too as well. So for me, as somebody who just finished from secondary school, yeah, I you know I started learning Python. So it means that what even a non-STEM person can. The only thing you just need, you don't need any mathematical knowledge or anything. The only thing you need is just what curiosity, a learning spirit, a
Mm,
growth mindset. I've
mm,
seen teachers, I've seen marketers, I've seen so all you just need is what mindset, curiosity,
mm,
inquisitiveness too as well. Inquisitive. So inquisitive, yeah. So yeah, that's just the thing you need. You don't need any mathematical knowledge or anything. Yeah.
mm. Because when, like, someone like me, when before I got into learning data analytics, anytime I hear that I'm like, anything data and hey, mathematics, C plus plus,
Yeah, I guess.
What's the first thing that comes out? C plus plus programming. No, 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 no. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I mean,
Mm,
until I got into the field before I know that. I mean, it takes like you mentioned, it takes curiosity.
yeah.
It also takes a growing or a learning mindset, and all
Learning
of that.
mindset, yes. So
Yeah, yeah,
anybody can, even if you are 70 years old, even if you are 80, even if you are
yeah. As
20,
far
or
as
even
you
if
really
you
want to learn.
you only want to
Mm-hmm.
learn. Yeah, because our first
Mm-hmm.
people who are above 45 years old, and the way if I give
Wow.
them projects to work on, like the way like the person is a government official, is like a civil service
Mm-hmm.
person, and
Civil service
she doesn't have
servants.
that
Mm-hmm.
mathematical background or something. And even it was surprising that she's even doing better than those that are even young of 18, 19,
Wow.
Yeah. So
So
also
it's
age does
really,
not
really
matter at
about
all.
the mindset. It's really
Yeah,
about
it's
the
really about the
mindset.
mindset. Yeah.
Mm, mm. Okay, so another question is, there are so many courses, boot camps, and certifications online. So this person is asking, how does a beginner know where to start from, or which one is worth their time and their money? What would you say
Oh,
to that?
okay. For me, I told you I'm a self-taught data analyst, right? So
Mm-hmm,
I know where
mm-hmm.
that question is coming from. Because, as I am like this, I've explored many platforms to learn through scholarship
Okay.
and some other stuff, yeah. So I've like they all have their strengths. I won't say a
Mm,
particular platform is like
mm-hmm,
that is where you should go and learn. They all have their strengths. There's something that I
mm-hmm,
will see in this platform that they may never be taught in another platform. But the only thing you need in this era of accelerated society, we're in the era of AI, all you just need to understand is just the foundational knowledge. If it is
mm,
Excel, learn how some function work because AI is there now. All those things you want to be doing, they can do it, but it's only those who can leverage AI that AI will not replace. But if you want to start learning, all you need is the foundational knowledge. If it's SQL, learn the foundational knowledge. If it is Excel, learn those some function, VLOOKUP, SLOOKUP, all
Mm-hmm.
those things.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
platforms to learn and certificates, right? Well, for certification, I would advise no, whenever you like pray for a platform like Udemy or some other platform that is out there, right? They will give you
Mm-hmm.
certificates. So like those certificates, it just make people know that oh, you truly like have
Yeah,
the
know
skills.
about
But
it.
there,
Yeah.
yeah, but there's some kind of certificate that if you have it, you'll be in the top like list of recruiters. So all these tools you will use, they have their own
Mm-hmm.
certificates, industry recognized certificates. For example, for
Mm-hmm.
those like learning Power BI now, if you want to like get a certificate, like you can just do Microsoft PL 300 certificates. If you are learning UltraX, the tool UltraX, there's UltraX certificate as well. So all those tools are industry recognized. Is the platform that the company that created those tools themselves. They have so there's no way if you want to do Microsoft certification now, it's very
Mm-hmm.
rigorous. They will be seeing your face and but all these platforms that usually get certificates from is not really rigorous like that or nothing. Just
Yeah,
some people will
yeah.
just like use
Mm-hmm.
AI or anything, but this one they'll be
Yeah.
watching you. It's like a proctor. You can't even open anything on your screen. It will
Anything.
clear all your
Wow.
window stuff. So they are the kind of certificate that you should be looking out for. PL 300, Fabric Engineer, those kind of certificates. That's what you should be looking at for industry recognized certificates. But for platform,
Yeah.
well, I don't want to start mentioning platform, but if like for me, I've learned through different platforms. So like I can't just recommend one or two or something.
Mm-hmm.
They all have their
Mm-hmm.
strengths, like I said. You understand? So YouTube is there. YouTube is a free place to learn, and
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
there are a lot of places. So just look out there. There are different platforms. So like Data Camp, for example, Data Camp is there. Maven Analytics is there. Let me just mention a few that I've used. Data Camp, Data Quests. All right, Data Camp, Data Quests. The reason why I love Data Quest is that they have a community that supports people. Like whenever you like do a project and publish it in their community, they will look at your projects, look at oh what you did wrong, like how to improve it, and they will also extend your subscription. Like
Mm-hmm.
they will put you in their
Mm-hmm.
community like championship stuff, and like people will see what you've done. So like they have a supportive community group. You understand? Also, we have Maven Analytics, we have Analyst Builder, most especially YouTube. YouTube is a free place, like it's
YouTube
like
is
a free
free.
university.
Yes. Everybody
You
can
can
access
learn
YouTube.
anything and anything. But the reason why you have to also buy all this, pay for all this course or pay for all this stuff is because you would have like a mentor, like a structured program. You understand? Because all this
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, you won't know
Mm-hmm.
what's on it. There'll be a lot of noises there. You'll be going through
Exactly.
back and
Yeah.
forth, back and forth. So when you pay for all this academy or something that they will put you through, you have a mentor, you have
You have
people that they will
someone to
support
hold your
you.
hand through it.
Yeah, like an accountability partner. You have like a community to support you. So that's the reason why many people usually pay for all these platforms so as well. Yeah. So because they have a structured part, and they'll tell you that this is what you need to learn, something like that. So yeah, those are just few of what I can mention. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Israel. So another thing I would like to ask is someone specifically asked, saying that what kind of tools or software should every aspiring data analyst learn in 2025? I mean, emphasis on in 2025 because everything is gradually like evolving. Everything is gradually upgrading and all of that. AI is gradually taking place and all of that, taking hold of a lot of things. So, which one do you think every aspiring data analyst should learn, and which ones are truly beginner friendly? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I would just advise is that Excel is not going into extinct or Excel or something. Yes.
Yeah.
Excel
Yeah.
is a go-to tools for every data analyst. Like it's like a foundational what they
It's like
first
the first
like
thing
go
to
to
learn.
learn before they start moving into some
Mm-hmm.
deep and advanced stuff. So there is not like a new tool in 2025. They're still the same tool people usually. It's just that all those tools as well, they always keep updating their stuff. Like they
Updating.
embrace change.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they keep
Mm-hmm.
updating. Like Power BI, for example, now we have what we call Power BI Fabric. So you have to like stay updated to current trends. It's not that there's a new tool as at all. So for example, for me, what I usually say is that whenever you learn how to use, let's say for example, SQL is a structured query language, SQL. If I learn how to use SQL using let's say MySQL or Postgres, and maybe I now want to work in an organization and they are using something different, like another database platform entirely,
Last one.
I don't really need to stress myself. All I need to just understand is the syntax used, because I already have the knowledge, foundational knowledge of SQL as a language generally. All I just need to understand is like the interface. Okay, let me just use like a real life example. So when I wanted to when I was when I got a job in this healthcare organization, right? All the tools I've learned were not what they were using. Does that make sense?
Wow.
I've learned
Wow.
Power BI, Tableau. They don't use any of those tools exactly. They were using what we call Lucas Studio, and I've never used it before in my life. But the person now told me that, oh, since I know how to use other BI tools like Power BI, Excel, I should be able to use, like, I should be able to learn that Lucas Studio like within 2 days, because all I need to understand is how all those things, like the interface where the charts are stored, like, all those things. That's what I just need to what understand. That's what I need to know. So honestly, so my greatest surprise, within 2 days, I actually learned how to use Lucas Studio.
You're able to learn
All you
it.
just need is
Wow.
foundational knowledge.
Wow.
The same bar
Mm.
charts is what is still the same that will still be in Lucas. The same line charts. All you just need to know is like where all those things are being stored, like the interface. Just to be familiar with the interface. So there's not like a go-to tools or something. So it just like it depends on the organization you're also pursuing. For example, I
Mm.
use
Mm.
QuickBooks. I've never used QuickBooks before. QuickBooks is an accounting enterprise, like where they upload like data or stuff like that. So it just depends on the sector of the industry that you're pursuing. For example, if you are pursuing like a marketing kind of sector, you have to learn how to use maybe Google Data Analytics, GA4, or like some marketing related tools like SAP, those kind of things. So it just depends. So there is not like a new tool, yeah, something like that. So that was I would just say.
Okay, thank you very much for that clarity. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Banjo Seni Nifemi, for joining. Thank you for marking me present. Thank you for marking for saying present. Okay, so before I start asking the other questions that we have left, I don't know if there is anyone with a question. Please kindly make use of the comment section to drop your question. I will make sure that our facilitator answer them. All right, so Mr. Israel, it's been an insightful and impactful session so far. So I have another question here saying that what entry level job roles should a beginner look out for, and how can they tailor their LinkedIn or CV to land those opportunities? Over to you, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So for this, I'll say like the field is competitive right now. Like if you look at most people on LinkedIn now, that they are getting a job role or something, is because they keep on like putting what they do out there. Some people don't usually put what they do out there. Like you'll be waiting until it is
Mm,
perfect. It's not until your
mm.
Excel is perfect or nice or looking
Perfect.
fine or beautiful before you start posting it. Post those nonsense that you do. Yes, post those foolish things you do. That what I use for my students.
You
Post
said
it,
no,
be proud.
sir.
Yes, not post those
Ah,
nonsense. Be proud of what
I
you
get
do.
it.
It's
Mm,
people will see
mm,
your growth. That's what they want to see, your growth. Oh, this person posts this
mm,
that doesn't have, they will correct you. Those kind of
mm,
things. So because now
mm,
what you do out there, put yourself out there, build an online presence, LinkedIn especially. So when you now start doing all those
mm,
things, you keep on improving, improving, improving. So there are different place. I mean, there are different all I put like there are different volunteer work that you can do. So as a data analyst, for example, I would say there's some NGO that they require the use that they usually like collect data, like maybe go out for like like for
yeah, yeah,
example,
surveys,
I
yeah,
volunteer
pre and
for
post survey.
I volunteer for Junior Achievement Nigeria. You understand? So what they usually do is like they usually like so the program I usually do for them like a facilitator, like I usually go out to different secondary schools here, like empower them on how to stay safe online. So those kind of
Online.
things, those are related
Mm-hmm.
to collecting survey from students, asking them questions. So those are the kind of
Mm-hmm.
things you should be like seeking out for. Like for now, you may not really want to see people that would want to like, unless you have like so that's the thing. I would say connection and networking matters a lot. So like for now,
Mm,
either your I mean you really do something that is pleasing to people online, or
Or
the thing I
not.
would say is 80% of people, 80% of people, 15% projects, 5% skill. 80%
Mm,
of people, 15% projects, 5%. I usually read some books. The person lay
mm,
emphasis, he use 80% on what? On people. So you may have some people will learn, but they're not building meaningful connection, meaningful relationships.
mm.
You see, there's some kind of people that I know, right? That they don't even know that work at all. This data, they don't even know how to use maybe Excel or anything. They got a job through recommendation. As they were doing that job, they were
Wow.
learning on the job.
We were learning on the job.
You
Mm-hmm,
see,
mm-hmm,
so it depends on those meaningful connection and relationship that you make. So that's why you should prioritize going to conference that will help you, not some party or some all those you will still do all those one later on. Time is you
mm-hmm.
have to invest in yourself first. You have to invest in
Yeah.
yourself by like going to conferences that they will kill those ignorance in you. You understand? So
Mm-hmm,
that's
mm-hmm.
just it. There is not like a particular place that you can just go and volunteer or something. And also, like volunteer to teach people. Yeah,
Mm,
you can just teach
yeah.
people for free. Volunteer for different communities. Oh, I would like to teach people my knowledge like of data analytics. From there, you'll be
Data
growing your
analysis. You know
experience.
more.
Like
Yes,
most
yes.
people like this, most people like they transition into industry through teaching first. Most people
Mm,
that I know, they first
mm.
taught people like they teach, they gather experience. As you keep on teaching, you keep on learning, you keep on understanding things that you
Yeah,
don't
of
even
course.
understand at all. So
Yeah, of course.
always volunteer to teach. There are a lot of community out there that they always call for volunteers. Come and teach this, come and teach that. For free, you can do it. I've done many unpaid stuff. Like they really help me. They boost my confidence. That genuine achievement and that
Mm-hmm.
I usually like go to facilitate their program. Like I speak to hundreds of students, it will boost your confidence to
Your
like
confidence
give they
level,
can
yeah.
even if you want to go like apply for a job, they can like put like a recommend like they can recommend you or something. So
Referral letter, something like that.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so that's just it, okay? I want
Mm-hmm.
that's the truth, right? That's the truth. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think another thing I want to say is now for LinkedIn, because we all know LinkedIn is that professional platform, that can get us our dream job, or maybe not our dream job, but at least something, substantial, something, that makes a whole lot of sense. So I want to just say to someone out there, like you mentioned, post the nonsense there. Like, just show up. Make sure that you are showing up every day. Talk about what you do. If you analyze data, if you work on Excel sheet, and you are able to get this achieve, post your achievements. But even if it is nonsense, even if you fail, I think you should post it, because a lot of persons are also looking for people who they can work together with on something, and that way you don't even know if the person you need for the next level of your life is also there on LinkedIn to connect with you. So just keep showing up on LinkedIn. So Mr. Idris, someone is asking in the comment section, she's saying, how do we search for those conferences? I don't know if you want
Oh,
to help.
okay. Yeah, how do you search for those that's why I said LinkedIn. So for example, as a data person, anything related to data always pop out on my LinkedIn. So I don't follow like people that they are not in my field. I follow those that are in my field. So whatever is going on in that field, I'm always getting notification about it. Like it's always
Yeah.
refreshing,
See.
popping up in my
So you are
LinkedIn.
you are you are
So
feeding
even
you are
if
feeding your
you don't see
algorithm.
that,
Mm-hmm.
yes, with data, so first in the data
Mm-hmm.
related field, data science, machine learning, AI,
Mm-hmm.
data analytics, I
Mm-hmm.
follow them a lot. So whatever any conference, so even if it's virtual or physical, there are a lot of conferences that is being held in Lagos, right? Even in Abuja or stuff like that, that you will see the flyer out there. So it's only when you follow those that are in that field. Like many
That
people
you
usually
get
repost things. So
information.
those reposts will also be getting to you because you are following them, you're getting that information. Also,
Mm-hmm.
joining communities as well. There's a community that is like they usually support people's like Data Community Africa. Data Community Africa is there. Data for student, Data Community Unilag is there. Like there are different communities for data that you can join. A lot of communities that you can join. Different that they can like be sending like if there's a conference that will be held next week like this now. It's popped that on my LinkedIn. I don't even know. I just because I'm following somebody related to what to that field, right? I'm following people related to my field. I'm following it. So whatever flyer or anything that is going on, they will keep reposting. People usually repost. So it will be popping out on your because LinkedIn knows that you'll be interested in it. The algorithm is there. They'll pop it out on
Yeah.
your own, even on
Yeah.
Twitter too. Just search. You can just search. Go to Google, search. data, maybe data conference in your particular state. Just put it there. So pop it out or go to LinkedIn, search for those things, then it will bring it out. You understand? So that's just it. Okay.
All right. Nifemi, I
I
hope
hope the
that
question. I hope I've been able to answer the person's question.
yeah, that's what I want to ask. So, Nifemi, I hope you're able to get the response to your question. All right. So, now let's talk about the mistakes. I believe that people, mistakes are meant to happen. Mistakes are bound to happen. So now, what are some common mistakes beginners make? When learning data analytics, and what are the possible ways through which they can avoid those mistakes? Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Okay, so let me tell you my own mistake. Okay, because I can't just be like giving you general stuff, but let me
Mm-hmm.
tell you what has happened to me and how I go about solving it. Yeah. So what I see most beginner always doing is that they keep on learning. And it's like somebody, let's say for example, you want to learn how to dance, right? Yeah, okay, let's say you're watching a choreography dance now. You're just watching the choreography dance on YouTube, and you feel like, oh, it's very simple. If you leave the phone, maybe the day of the choreography, you feel like, oh, this dancing step is so easy and simple, I can do it. And you leave your phone, you went to sleep. The day of choreography, you will see that you won't be able to even do
Mm,
0.1% of what is there. You're able to
mm,
move your leg. So it's until you involve yourself before you can what. So I just say every beginners keep on going back and forth to be learning, and they don't really start working on project themselves. It's until you start working on projects, right? That's
mm,
the thing you should do.
mm.
Prioritize working on what? On projects. If it is,
Project.
let's say in Excel, for example, you learn. That's why the way I teach my students, I actually tell them to like think from different perspective. If I teach you how to use VLOOKUP today, like think of different business scenarios of how you can apply VLOOKUP to,
You can use
then work
VLOOKUP.
on it.
Mm,
I ask them, ask yourself foolish questions and solve that foolish question using foolish answer. So like I actually just give them that vibe, that because you have to you have to be asking the question a lot. What if it is this way? What if I do it like this? What if most beginners they usually keep on going on that learning cycle every they don't practice at all. Right? They usually want to learn everything at once and they avoid projects. The solution is not is
mm,
to go deep, not wide. Build as you learn. For example, if I finish learning Excel now, okay, I finished learning Excel. Is a tutor that taught you, but you yourself, have you sit down and find one data online or one data set anywhere and start working on it yourself? It's until you work on that you'll be seeing your what your weakness. You'll be seeing where you are weak at, right? Then you start improving on it. So that's just it. That's the
mm.
mistake I usually make. I always learn, but I usually run away from projects because I will be feeling that if I keep on
You
learning,
know
I will be
it. You
understanding.
know
But
it. You
whenever I now
know
start
it.
working on the projects myself, it will be so hard as if I don't know anything. So I believe
Anything.
that's just it. So as you keep on learning, keep on doing project and practicing. That's the thing. Practice, practice, practice. Okay, it's once you practice that will lead to mastery. Okay, so that's just
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So what I would say is practice until you become perfect. I think that's why they say practice makes perfect. So if you do not practice, there
Yeah,
is no way you want to master it. So when you learn, maybe when you
at
watch
all.
a tutorial video, get a data set and practice it. And practice it. Now, not just I think we also need to like lay emphasis on not practicing once. Like maybe now, maybe after the
Yeah,
session, now somebody will say,
as
"Oh,
I said,
okay, let me go and practice." You now practice once. You now say that's all. No, like
no,
continuous practice. Yeah,
continuous
continuous
practice.
learning.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Israel, and I hope that we are really having a good time on this session. So we are almost done now. To the second to the last question. Now, this I think this is a practical question, but I don't know if you can explain it theoretically. Now, someone is asking that can we have a practical knowledge on the use of externally sourced data? So I don't know if you have anything to say about that.
okay, so can we have a practical knowledge on externally
Yes, on the
sourced
use of externally
data?
sourced
Yeah, there are
data.
different data. If I get it, Okay. Yeah, external data like population data, weather data, or markets data, or even public data sets, right? Platforms like Cargo, Google data sets, search, government open data portals are great place what to start. So there are different platforms out there that they put like different data, like they just upload data there that you can go there to download and start working on projects. Like Cargo is very popular, uk.ng. Um, there are a lot of UCLI machine learning repository, eh, like there are public data sets out there, even maybe analytics data sets too is there. So those data you can go and dance. So for somebody, for example, let's say I'm somebody who wants to like start working in the marketing sector, I can just go to maybe Kaggle. Is spelled Kaggle, cargo.com, right? I can just go there and search for what marketing related data. Now I'll download it, then I'll start what working on it. All right, searching for metrics that's related to marketing field. For example, I can't be using production over time or operation stuff like in a marketing metric. No, marketing metrics include like a KPIs. They have like sales conversion rates, cost per click, customer acquisition cost, contribution margin, so all those kind of things. So whatever field you want to focus on, make sure you just go out there, like just say you can just go to Google. It's just say data analytics, public data sets for data public data set. Just type it there. It will bring out different options there. You can go and download data set and use it for whatever project you want to use it for. Okay. I don't know if that is the answer to that question.
Okay, so yeah, I believe that you have done justice to that question well enough. So now I think the last question that we have is, what advice would you like to give to someone who is feeling overwhelmed or stuck in their data learning journey? Especially when results are not showing yet. Someone is just feeling
Mm,
tired, overwhelmed, like I'm not even doing again. This is hard and all of those things. So yeah, what advice would you give to that kind of a person?
so I won't lie, you will get to a certain stage that you will burn out. You don't want
Hmm.
to, like, many people motive, I want to enter into tech and start making money, and they keep on learning, and hey, this money will come in.
That money part.
They will virtually give up, right? They will virtually give up. So I may not have like a formula that can keep you going. It's just about your mindset. It's about your goal. Like, what are you like? There's no way you would have it. It's about your vision too. If you really have a vision to pursue, no matter the challenge, no matter the circumstances, no matter how long or no matter how would I put it? Yeah, how long it takes. All right, you still keep on going. So the only thing I can just say is well, it's normal, right, to feel stuck, because if you look at the seed under the underground too, they will be there. They feel stuck on that ground. But later on, just that they keep on, but they sprout. You see that green leaf there, they begin to germinate. But they are underground. They feel stuck before they are seen. So you have to stay consistent, connect with others, and most importantly, don't despise small beginnings. Many of us do, like, just feel like, oh, we are not achieving anything. We are not doing, like, we don't like celebrate
We
our
don't we
small
don't feel the
wins. We
wins.
celebrate
Yeah,
small.
yeah. Mm.
Yeah, you don't celebrate those little milestones, those small milestones, celebrate it as well. But there are formulas that you can use that can make you stay uh in to keep you consistent. So that formula, yeah. So let me just like put it. So whenever your mind is united with your goal,
Mm.
and you there is discipline, you can achieve. So whenever your mind is united with your goal, you can achieve the impossible. How do I mean? Mm. So if I have a goal, for example, and my mind is distracted, my mind is like it just scattered different place, there's no way I can achieve that goal. But if your mind is united with your goal, you have like a oneness with your goal, a unity with your goal, you can achieve the impossible. Okay, how did I know that, and where did I get that from? I told you I'm a disciple of Jesus, yeah. So there was a time I was reading the book of Genesis, the Tower of Babel. They said they all had one language then, and they all
Mm-hmm.
planned to build a tower to get to heaven. They
Mm-hmm.
are in unity. They had a goal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
to be the tower
A
to get to the
common a common goal.
what?
Mm.
Yeah, and they were doing it. Now God now see from heaven that if these people continue this way, with this unity they have, they can achieve the impossible. Then what did they now do to make sure that they won't be able to achieve that goal? Is scatter their language. Now, if I'm saying, um, carry this block for me for this stuff, and that person is saying, what are you saying? What are you talking about? I can't understand your language. They're already distracted. God scattered their
Mm-hmm.
language,
Mm-hmm.
distracted their mind. So it make them what to scatter. So that is it. If God can say, if these people continue this way, they can achieve the impossible. You can go and fact check it, right? If God can say, then it means that what that means, if you are in unity with your goal, there's no way that you won't achieve that impossible thing. You would all surely achieve it. So that's where I
Mm-hmm.
got it from. So I've used it and it worked. So that's why I can say it, boldly say it, right? Because I'm a testimony. I'm a testament. Leverage accountability partner as well. Like try to find
Mm-hmm.
friends that they are also in that
Mm-hmm.
field too, so they can be pushing you, supporting you. Me, for example, I had nobody to push me. I don't know. I burned out sometimes, so I had no support system. Nobody was encouraging me. None of my family were
Wow.
encouraging me. Nobody. I had no friend doing all these things because I was just curious about
Wow.
that field in general. I was just like jogging around it, going back and forth, just trying to be consistent. So all those things has molded me. They have conformed me. They've transformed me. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? So
Mm-hmm.
that is why I can be able to tell you like this is exactly what can. So leverage your friends that are into all those things. So come together, you know, just come together. Then start pushing yourself, support yourself, like an accountability partner. All right, they will support you,
Mm-hmm.
push you. When two or three people when they are doing something together, you won't want to stop because you want to
Yeah,
be
exactly.
keep going, keep
Exactly.
going.
You
So
want to keep
that's
going. Yeah.
just
Yeah. Yeah, thank you very much. Honestly, for me personally, I feel
that's just
motivated. You know, they used to say one thing that now who give up, now you fuck up, something like that. So don't give up, oh,
yeah.
don't give up, don't give up. Yeah, because
Don't give
our
up at
facilitator did
all.
not
Yeah,
give up.
give up at
That's
all.
why he's now called a data analyst specialist today. You know, so Mr. Israel
Yeah,
did not give up, right? And
don't give
that's why he's now a guru, you know, in the field, and he's really doing amazingly well. And right before I jumped on those call, the
yeah,
CEO of Beyond Class, Mr. Ademola, he posted something, and I would like to read it out to someone. So the post is saying that the next time you feel like quitting, take a moment to reconnect to your vision. So that I just remember the post now when he said when you are able to connect, your vision with, and I think you mentioned something around that when you're able to connect your vision with your
yeah, yeah,
mind,
yeah.
you won't be able to give up. Yeah. So that was why I
Yes,
remember that post. That whenever
yeah,
you feel like giving up, whenever you feel like quitting, take a moment to reconnect to your vision. Like, what exactly is that thing that pushed you, to start or do that thing? He said, not your feelings. So that's what that was saying. That the next time you feel like quitting, take a moment to reconnect to your vision, not your feelings. Feelings fade. Purpose is forever. Keep
yes,
going. The
yes.
post really struck me,
So
and I
that
just feel like reading it. Yeah, yeah. When you also
so there's
mentioned the
something I
comment.
usually tell people about what we call intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation in education. Right? So the
Mm,
intrinsic motivation may not last long. It's only the intrinsic motivation, your
mm,
passion, your desire, your zeal. That is what we push you to finish that race. Because when you're looking at the money motive, you may not that money motive may die because it may not come. But it's only what
mhm,
you build from
mm.
within that comes from within, that zeal, that
Exactly.
passion that would
Yeah,
what enable you to
yeah.
finish that race. Because that intrinsic
Mhm.
many people may not support you again. Nobody would mind you again.
Exactly.
You won't get
Exactly.
support from a friend or family or
Mhm.
anybody, but is what is from within that will
Mhm.
push you to finish that race. So yeah, extrinsic motivation
Exactly.
may not last
Exactly.
long. So try and
Mm.
find that intrinsic motivation from within you. Yeah,
Mm,
that's just it.
exactly, exactly. Thank you very much. Feelings fade. When you get tired, this just was for a moment. You
Yeah,
know, feelings would fade, but purpose, will still
mm,
remain. Purpose is forever. So keep going, keep pushing,
yeah.
and you will surely get there. So Mr. Israel, it's actually been a nice time. Thank you so much, 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 much. Thank you very, very much. So I don't know if there is anything you want to say to our audience before we wrap up the session this evening. Yeah, is there anything you would like to say?
So for Well, what do I have to say? I would just say, keep staying updated with current trends.
Mm,
In the field of tech, right? Because in Excel now, for example, I believe anyone is aspiring to become a developer. Lookup in Excel and we have X lookup in Excel. So many people will just limit their knowledge to only know how to use VLOOKUP. You understand? But there's also another or superior to, I mean, a superior function to VLOOKUP that you can leverage, that you can use, which is XLOOKUP. So when you keep staying updated to what to current trends, right? You will stay competitive in the markets. You won't be replaced. You know, you have to. How would I put it? Yeah, you see the era of AI now, for example. Would I want? I can't if I want to impress somebody, for example, right? And you don't know how to use AI. I'll be like, what are you using your life to do? That is the tool that the world are what leveraging now, and you are limiting your knowledge to just traditional skills or something. No, you have to leverage. That is why that is why Samsung was wiped out from the sector. I mean, not, I'm saying Samsung, BlackBerry did not embrace
wow.
change. That is
Mm,
why they did not
mm.
embrace change. So you have to embrace change. You have to what embrace change. So yeah, somebody is asking that can we follow
Yeah, can they follow you
you
on
on LinkedIn or
LinkedIn?
something? Do I am I saying
Yes, of
that?
course.
I think there's a
Yes, yes.
question in the comment section.
Yeah, we answered that already. We
Okay, yeah,
answered
you
that
can you
already.
can follow me, yes. And I also post some Medium articles that can also like give you that how will I put it, that zeal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they can. I have like some
Yes.
articles that I post on Medium that they can go and read. Yeah. So, all right.
Okay. So is LinkedIn name is
That
Israel
that's just it.
Olasipo?
Just stay
Mm.
curious, stay
Yes.
inquisitive, ask those foolish questions, find foolish answers to those foolish questions.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Israel Lashopo, for
You're
so
welcome.
much depth. Your honesty, the clarity you have brought into this conversation. Thank you very, very, very much. And I really want to say thank you to everyone who tuned in. Thank you very much. And I personally hope that you are living with answers, directions, and confidence to keep learning, to keep pushing, because I'm actually living this conversation with so much confidence in myself not to, give up. Once again, they say now who give up, now you fuck up. So you know the goal that you have, the vision, the mission that you conceived, right? So nobody would know that until you get to your destination, until you arrive at your destination. So please keep going, keep learning. Don't give up. When you're tired, when you feel overwhelmed, you can rest. Mr. Israel, they can always rest, right? Or there is no room for rest.
No, always rest because you have to rest though. You have to rest. There are some times that you would be on your laptop screen and your eyes will be paining you. Your health is
Exactly.
important. If you don't have a good health, there's
Yes.
no way you
So,
can learn. So prioritize
mm,
you
mm,
sleeping, prioritize eating well. That's just the thing. But there are some times that you also deprive yourself of those. I've
yes.
finished
Mm.
a 95-hour course in just two days. I did not like okay, sorry, it's 95. No, 48-hour course. I had a limited opportunity. So I have to deprive myself of sleep. I have to because it's like a one-time access to that thing, and it's only 2 days they gave me access to it. So I didn't sleep for 2 days, and it was because of what I discovered that I told you in the book of Genesis that okay, my mind was united with finishing
That's course.
that's
Mm-hmm.
limited also that they gave me, yeah, that course. My mind was united with finishing it. So it's make me like I don't know how that's I don't know where it came from. Like I've never done it before in my life until I discovered that secret and I applied it. It said, be not hearer of the word only, but doer of it. It's only
The
those that
doer of the
involve
word.
themselves
Yes.
that
Yes.
yeah will be doer, you understand? So I have seen a lot of so there's some kind of thing I've discovered that we also let me just say this. Try and see things as if there is no time. When you always
Hmm.
want to finish it. There was a little time for me. If what I wanted to do that time was like for a year, they can give me access to that platform for a year. I'll be procrastinating. Do you
Yeah,
understand?
you'll be saying, I will do
But
it tomorrow. I
if
will do it tomorrow.
I'll do it tomorrow. But if I can
Mm,
imagine that, what if, that's why I said I ask myself what if questions a lot. What if this person was given to me in just a week? How do I do that? How do I do it? You will deprive yourself of some things and prioritize it. So that's just the thing. So look at things as if you don't have like time, like there's no time again. Like create a sense of urgency. Create a what? A
mm,
sense of urgency.
of
And there is
urgency.
yes. So knowing why you are doing something, provide the inspiration and motivation to give the extra perspiration needed to persevere when things go south. Sticking with something long enough for success to show up is a fundamental
Mm,
requirement for achieving extraordinary results. So when you planning is like bringing the future into the present so that you can do something about it now. And also surround yourself with only people that are going to lift you higher. Okay, so that's just it. And let me give you a quote by Gary Keller. So you need to be asking yourself some kind of, many people usually say, oh, I want to be this also person in the next 5 years or in the next 10 years. Try and break those things down. Okay, what can I do in the next 2 years that can make me achieve that goal of that next 5 years? Then that 2 years is still long. Now break that 2 years into months. What can I do in the next 6 months that can make me achieve that goal of that 2 years and make me achieve that goal of that 5 years? Then leave that month, break that month into weeks. What can I do this week? I mean, for these 4 weeks that can make me achieve that goal of 6 months, making me achieve that goal of 2 years, then making me achieve that goal of 5 years. Then break that
mm,
weeks into days. What can I do now? Now
mm,
that can make me
mm-hmm,
achieve that goal of these 2 weeks, making me achieve that goal of 6 months. So it's until you break down your goals into the now before you
mm,
can. Because if you have like 5 years, I want to be a data analyst, or I want to be a data analyst, you said in 5 years time, you won't like you won't really have that like that motivation. But when you say, okay, what can I do today? That if I keep on doing it every day, it will make me reach, like it will make me have that milestone towards being a data analyst in the next in this so years, and in the next 5 years I will achieve that goal. So break those things into what? Into now, into the moment. Do not expand. So you must be you must be specific. It must be measurable. It must be what? I think it
yes,
must be
yes,
realistic, and it
yes.
must be time bound.
Yeah, of course. It must
There's
be
what I'm
time
missing
bound.
there.
Yes, it must be
Yeah, so
specific,
that's
it
just it.
must be measurable, it must be achievable, it must be
Yeah.
realistic, it must be
Achievable,
time
yeah.
bound.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
smart
smart.
goals.
Yeah, so that's just it.
Yes.
And also, there's what we call Pomodoro techniques. I don't worry. You can go and check my LinkedIn. I have a medium. Like I
Wow,
posted
a whole
something.
lot to
So
share.
there's a whole lot. So I don't want to waste your time at all. You can go and check. I've posted some articles that can help you. There's what we call dopamine. But if when you get there, you'll see. But if you have any question at all, you can connect with me. I'll connect back and
Mm.
I'll answer your question on LinkedIn. Week ahead, or and have a blessed night. Have a blessed evening. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very, 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 very much, sir. I mean, it's such an insightful and impactful session. Thank you very much for sharing so much with us, and to all our participants, our audience. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you so much. By next week we have another amazing session for project management, right? Yeah, much more details will be shared on that. And I want to say thank you once again to Mr. Israel Lashopo for this amazing session. So to everyone that would like to follow him on LinkedIn, his name is Israel Olashopo. Uh, I believe that you've seen the profile image that he has. So yeah, that's the same image on his LinkedIn profile. So you can follow him, and then you can always see his posts, and probably I'm sure they can send you a private message on LinkedIn, right? So that in case they have further questions, they can always ask. So please reach out to him on LinkedIn, follow him, connect with him, read his post and
Yes,
all of
yes,
that.
they can. Or let me just quickly share my screen to show them.
Okay. You still want to share your screen?
Yeah, all right. Thank you very much. And yeah, so this is yeah. I already shared the screen already. I think is it displaying now?
Nah, it's not displaying.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, it's displaying now. Let me
I
add it
mean,
to the speech. Yeah, it's displaying now. It's displaying now.
okay. This is it. Yeah. This is it. Yeah. So you can just so just like it's one of so I just have like the last slide there contain my profile and do that. They can just like follow. And this is the medium for those that want to read up some things that will just boost their productivity and give them that zeal, yeah, and that growth stuff here. So thank you very much, and that'll be all.
All right. Thank you very, very, very much, sir. And thank you to all of our audience. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning. Don't stop learning every day, every day. Bring your future to now. That one struck me and me safe. I am holding that. So thank you very, very much. And bye, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Israel. We really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Welcome. Bye bye. Take care. Yeah.
Bye.